Hello, YouTube family. I'm Patty Jackson. I'm your auntie of pop culture. We go by the nickname Ginger, and we start off with a hug because at this time, we need a hug. I'm your auntie of pop culture. It's not cute not knowing. Lisa Left Eye Lopes. TLC fans out there, last year, Lifetime did an amazing a look at her life and Andre Rison. Anywho, had she lived, Lisa Left Eye Lopes would have been 49 years old today. When I read it, I was like, wow. I guess you think some people, they'll never get that old. You don't think 49, Lisa Left Eye Lopes, but she would have been 49 years old today. American Soul is returning to BET. Had a chance to talk to Kelly Price. The singer is moving into acting. She's one of the stars of the show, and it's the second season. American Soul is all about Don Cornelius, Soul Train, The Rise, the show. One of the highlights I hear, I forgot who they got playing Sam Cooke, but singer Lettucey is going to be playing Patti LaBelle, and that is going to be pretty exciting. American Soul, 10 o'clock tonight on BET. I'm Becky, going to jail, y'all. Lawyer Loughlin is gracing the cover of the latest edition of People magazine that hits newsstands tomorrow. Why does she plead guilty now? She said it was enormous pressure for her and her husband. He's getting 5 months. She's getting 2. She's supposed to start serving it in August. They're saying that her daughters are devastated and how this has taken a real emotional and physical toll on her. But this issue of People magazine, in some places, it'll hit newsstands tomorrow. George Floyd. Remember the name. Enough is enough. He's the man who was murdered in Minnesota. The cop who placed his knee in his neck, he's no stranger to controversy because he was involved in a fatal shooting. Another officer reached a $25,000 settlement for excessive force. These officers were fired. Will more be done? By the time we did this yesterday, Amy Cooper, the white woman with the dog in the park and the man and trying to get the man in trouble, she got fired. Her job probably said, oh, hell no, we're not dealing with this today. You got to go. They probably saw all the emails and calls, and they were like, no, we don't want no parts of it. Chrissy Teigen says she's getting her breast implants removed. She's been complaining about them for a long time. And I don't know if they shift or moved or having children, but she said she's tired of them, and it looks like the surgery is going to be happening soon. Jennifer Lopez, World of Dance has returned to NBC. She gave an interesting interview. She was supposed to get married, but then the pandemic. She said her marriage now to Alex Rodriguez has been postponed indefinitely. Now, a lot of people had to postpone, rearrange, do something different, or just say, I'm going to wait until next year. J-Lo, why didn't you just say you will wait until next year? Why is it postponed indefinitely? I know she's feeling the pressure that she got to go through this because she is like getting married to everybody that she gets with. And not body counting, but it's going to be interesting if these two don't get married. We remember AIDS activist Larry Kramer today. He passed away at the age of 84. The playwright is known for The Normal Heart. Jimmy Fallon has apologized. Yesterday, he was trending on Twitter. Jimmy Fallon is over. The cancel culture wants to cancel people. 20 years ago, Jimmy Fallon did a skit on Saturday Night Live in blackface where he was impersonating Chris Rock. In the statement, Jimmy Fallon says it was a terrible decision. And he says he thanked those who are holding him accountable for that. It happened 20 years ago. HBO Max is here. Are you tired of streaming services? I'm not giving no more money. I told my family after the Disney Plus, I was like, no. We're going to stop. We're going to stop because there's so many. I'm going to find out when I get home. But somebody said if you have HBO, they give it to you for free for a little bit, but it's $12 a month for now. What makes an HBO Max stand out? Well, it has more content than Disney Plus and Apple TV. You're going to see original programming. You're going to see Warner Brothers classic movies like The Wizard of Oz with Judy Garland. All the DC comics. TV shows, Big Bang Theory, Friends, Fresh Prince of Bel-Air. This is going to be really interesting, like how it takes off, how many people subscribe. The other service that you just do on your phone, the Quibi, that did not take off. They probably shouldn't have launched it in a pandemic. You know, pre-pandemic, the world was different and more people were really glued to their devices. But with so many people, because the country is opening up slowly, they're watching TV at home. They're not really watching it on their devices. But it's going to be interesting to see what this final number is. Funeral services for Andre Harrell took place last Saturday. The founder of Uptown Records passed at the age of 59 from heart issues. It was May 7th when he passed away. He started an era of music that was Guy and Mary J. Blige and Jodeci, and he like kicked it off, and then it just went up and up and up, and it was an incredible reign for him. Funeral services were held in New Jersey, with its little, it's not as strict in Jersey. They're starting to let more crowds, because it's really bad if you die now, because they only want, in some areas, only 10 people can show up to the funeral. But he had a lot of people come out. Not a lot, but the names: Mariah Carey, Chris Rock, Mary J. Blige, Jodeci, BB and CC, L.A. Reid, No Sign of Puffy. And with this BET tribute on Sunday, if you watched it, you have to let me know, because I didn't understand. Where was Mary? Where was Jodeci? Where was Guy? Where was Puffy? If you saw it, you got to let me know. But that came on Sunday night. Gabrielle Union. She's speaking out on the latest issue of Variety magazine. Dwayne Wade's wife, actress, producer. She got let go from America's Got Talent last November. They decided they weren't re-upping her. She made millions on this show. When Gabrielle Union left, she talked about the toxic environment. She said that she was constantly told, leave your hair alone. Stop changing your hairstyle. You're messing things up. Why can't you just have one style? Black women love to change our hair. She was told she was too black. She complained about Simon Cowell smoking. They were in a building. There's supposed to be no smoking. It was messing up her respiratory system, where she complained about that. Officials at America's Got Talent said, we're going to do an investigation. We're going to see what's going on. Well, the conclusion came down today, and they found that no one associated with the show made any insensitive or derogatory remarks against Gabrielle Union. They say that they are now implementing sensitivity training, but nobody did anything to her on the show. The new season kicked off last night. Sofia Vergara from Modern Family. Heidi Klum is back. He's a germaphobe. Howie Mandel, Simon Cowell, they all returned. I don't watch the show, but they had a really interesting man. I'm going to get to that in a minute. Gabrielle Union said this is why there needs to be more cultural training within divisions. A lot of times, a lot of people don't understand African American women and their hair. Before I started locking my hair, I had 1,000 colors and 1,000 styles, and it was like I was schizophrenic. But it's just like when you wear different wigs and stuff, you just want to change. Where a lot of people don't understand, and I think that cultural things, I think it should be everywhere, because sometimes you might not understand another person's culture, and you won't understand it until you know it. So you know to, be careful, or watch that joke, watch that remark. I think it's very important because America is more multicultural, but even around the world, you go around the world, you go overseas, you go over London, Africa, the islands, Hawaii. You just want to be able to respond in a sensible way where you're not hurting someone's feeling or just not talking out of pocket because of ignorance. You know what I mean? I'm sure she is disappointed. It's going to be interesting to see what happens. Ratings for America's Got Talent were great last night. They had a man on there, Archie Williams. He was incarcerated for 37 years. He teamed up with the Innocence Project, and what they do is they get people out of prison that were wrongly accused. Archie Williams was in jail for a crime he did not commit. He got out in about 18 or 19. Well, he brought the house down. I saw that clip where he did Elton John's Don't Let the Sun Go Down on Me. And he brought the house down. And brought a lot of attention to the Innocence Project because they really work hard on getting people who are wrongly accused out. But there's no saying. The show goes on. Obviously, in this case, the show goes on. But will the show get better for other people that are working on the show? Terry Crews was highly criticized for not really coming to her defense. And I was like, he wasn't letting nothing get in the way of his check. And he was probably saying, this is my check. I got, because he's the host. I'm not letting nothing get in the way of my check. But it's going to be interesting. But that was the ruling that came down in regarding to Gabrielle Union and America's Got Talent. I'm Patty Jackson. I'm your auntie of pop culture. It's not cute not knowing. So we like to bring you up to date. Just talk about things that are going on in the world of celebrity as we go on in pop culture. Thanks so much for joining me. If you like the channel, subscribe, tell a friend. If I heart you, that means that I saw your comment, and thank you, because I certainly appreciate it. Thanks so much for joining us.